My child, today, on 11th January, I want you to know that you are not here by a simple twist of fate or a random click of a button. I am reaching out to you in this very moment because there is a divine conversation happening about your life, and it is something you cannot afford to ignore. Right now, 3 of my angels are standing close to you, and they are discussing the state of your being because something significant is shifting within you. I only need 2 minutes of your time to explain why this moment is so critical for your future. You might have felt like you were just scrolling through your day, but heaven has paused everything to get your attention. My child, listen with your heart because the words I am speaking today are meant to reach the deepest parts of your soul that you have kept hidden from the rest of the world. There is a serious matter concerning your body and your spirit that is being addressed in the heavens right now. These 3 angels have been assigned to you for a specific purpose. One is looking closely at your physical health, watching every heartbeat and every breath. The second is focused on your soul, the place where you carry your emotions, your memories, and your secret hurts. The third holds the record of your destiny, the path I have written for you since before you were born. They are speaking urgently because they see the interference that has been trying to stop you from reaching your full potential. You have been carrying a weight that was never meant for your shoulders. I have seen the nights you couldn't sleep, the moments you felt a strange tightness in your chest, and the unexplained fatigue that seems to follow you even after you've rested. You often tell people that you are fine, and you put on a brave face for your family and friends, but I know the truth. I see the battle happening inside your cells and the way your spirit has been feeling drained by the pressures of this life. This is a turning point for you. This shift that is beginning today, on January 11th, is connected to your healing and your breakthrough. You aren't crazy for feeling like something is off or like there is a spiritual pressure pushing against you. That is your spirit sensing the battle. But the good news is that you are not fighting this alone. I am the God who sees every hidden tear and hears every silent prayer. I am intervening because I do not stay silent when my children are under attack. The angels are not worried, they are prepared. They are standing by to execute the plans of restoration that I have declared over your life. If you can feel this truth vibrating in your spirit right now, I want you to take a moment and simply comment Amen to show that you are ready to receive what is coming. This is your first step of faith, a way of telling the universe and the heavens that you are listening and that you trust the process of healing that is starting right now. The first angel is specifically concerned with your heart, not just the physical organ that pumps blood, but the center of your emotions. You have been carrying old wounds for far too long, betrayals that you never talked about, disappointments that made you close off your heart, and grief that stayed long after the world expected you to move on. These things have left invisible bruises on your spirit, and they are starting to affect your physical health. The second angel is looking at the inflammation of your soul. This is caused by the lies you've started to believe about yourself, that you aren't good enough, that you'll always be in pain, or that your best days are behind you. These thoughts are like toxins, and heaven is moving to cleanse them before they can spread any further. The third angel is holding the scroll of your future, and he is making sure that no sickness or fear can rewrite the beautiful story I have planned for you. Your body is the vessel for your purpose, and if the vessel is broken, you cannot carry the blessings I have for you. That is why this healing is so urgent. I want you to understand that I knit you together in your mother's womb. I know every bone, every nerve, and every thought. Nothing that happens to you is a surprise to me. When your body cries out in pain, I hear it. When your mind is clouded by anxiety, I see it. You were not designed to live in a constant state of survival or to be in pain every single day. That is a distortion of the life I gave you, and I am here to correct it. Surrender the worries you've been carrying in the pit of your stomach. Lay down the stress that makes your shoulders feel heavy. I am not intimidated by your diagnosis or the reports that say things won't get better. I operate outside of human logic and earthly timelines. I can restore in a single moment what the enemy has tried to steal over many years. This is not just a message, it is a divine appointment. As we move through this day, January 11th, keep your heart open to the idea that healing doesn't always look like a sudden lightning bolt. Sometimes it is a slow, deep work that starts in the spirit and moves outward. It starts with you finally being honest with me about how tired you really are. It starts with you admitting that you need help. I am the God of the valley and the God of the mount. Ain. Whether you are feeling strong today or whether you feel like you can barely hold your head up, my love for you is exactly the same. I am surrounding you with a shield that the world cannot see. I am placing a hedge of protection around your mind so that the spirit of fear cannot take root. You are being revived from the inside out. Every cell in your body is a creation of mine, and they all respond to my voice. When I say be still, your nerves must obey. When I say be whole, your body must align. Trust that even in the silence I am working. You might not see the results in your mirror today, but the atmosphere around you has already changed. The angels are active, the plans are in motion, and the healing is flowing. You are precious to me, and I will not let your story end in defeat. This is the beginning of a new chapter where your health, your peace, and your joy are restored to their full measure. You have been chosen for this moment, and I am going to walk with you every step of the way until you see the full manifestation of the miracle you've been praying for. Rest in the knowledge that you are seen, you are loved, and you are being healed. As we continue this journey on January 11th, I want you to visualize the atmosphere changing in the room where you are sitting or standing right now. There is a divine alarm ringing in the halls of heaven. Not because there is a panic, but because the time for your intervention has arrived. I have seen you trying to push through the exhaustion, masking the fatigue that has settled deep into your bones, and I am here to tell you that you were never designed to carry this much weight alone. The three angels I have placed around you are moving with a sense of urgency because they see how the enemy has tried to interfere with the path I have already mapped out for your life. Your body has become a battleground for a conflict you didn't even know was happening, but the victory is already being declared in the heavens. The first angel is reaching out to shield your heart because it has been the storehouse for far too much pain. You have stored up memories of betrayal, the sting of disappointment, and the heavy fog of grief that no one else sees. These are not just emotions, they have become invisible bruises on your spirit that are beginning to manifest in your physical health. I am moving my hand over that tightness in your chest and that recurring pain you've tried to ignore for months. You've brushed it off as stress or age, but I know it is the physical evidence of the spiritual battle you are facing. The second angel is identifying the inflammation within your spirit. The places where bitterness has tried to take root and where lies about your worth have started to grow. We are cleansing that today because if your spirit is heavy, your body cannot find the strength it needs to heal. My child, if you truly believe that heaven is touching your life in this moment and you are ready for this way to be lifted, I want you to take a second and comment 111 right now to signal your agreement with this divine healing. This is more than just a comment, it is a declaration to the spiritual realm that you are opening the doors of your life to my restoration. I know the reports you've received from doctors and the worries that keep you awake at night, but I am the God who understands what medicine cannot explain. I was there when I knit every cell together in your mother's womb, and I know exactly how to bring them back into alignment. You've been living in a state of constant survival, waiting for the next wave of trouble to hit, but I am speaking peace into your nervous system and your heart. Even your finances are not outside of my care. There are secrets of abundance that have been hidden from the world, much like the forgotten prayers that help people attract wealth without the constant struggle. I am activating parts of your mind and your spirit that have been dormant, allowing you to see the opportunities for provision that you have missed because you were too focused on the pain. This is a season of total restoration, where I am giving back the energy, the sleep, and the joy that the enemy tried to steal from you. The third angel is unrolling the scroll of your destiny, and he is showing that your story is far from over. There is a prophetic weight to this very hour. You might feel like your faith is thin, perhaps no bigger than a mustard seed, but that is all. I need to move the mountains in your way. You don't have to be perfect or perform for me, you simply have to be honest and surrender the fear that you'll always feel like this. I am touching your blood, your organs, and your very breath today. The weakness that comes and goes is being replaced by a strength that is not your own, but mine. This is your turning point. What felt like an ending was actually the preparation for a greater release of power in your life. You are not a diagnosis, you are not your scars, and you are certainly not a burden. You are my beloved child, and I am fiercely committed to your wholeness. As this January 11th continues, I want you to breathe deeply and feel the anxiety leaving your chest. I am dissolving the hidden things that have confused even the experts, and I am bringing clarity to your mind. You will no longer walk in a fog of confusion or brace yourself for a breakdown. Instead, you will walk into rooms with a new light in your eyes and a testimony of how I pulled you out of the shadows. I am the God who moves in the silence, and the God who answers when you whisper my name in the dark. Your healing is not just for your comfort, it is so you can step into the purpose that requires you to be whole and strong. Trust me with the process, even if it feels slow, because a sunrise is gradual, but it is always certain. I am not finished with you yet. In fact, the most beautiful chapters of your life are being written right now as you rest in my power. Essence, my child, today I want you to settle into a place of deep peace, because something significant is being stirred in the unseen realms around you right now. The three angels I have dispatched to your side are not just whispering amongst themselves for no reason. They are witnessing a massive transition in your life and are preparing you for what is ahead. For a long time, you have felt a heavy weight on your chest, and you assumed it was just the natural result of stress or the demands of your daily life. But I am here to reveal that it was actually a form of spiritual pressure designed to stop you from reaching your destiny. You have asked me in the quiet moments of the night why you feel this way, wondering if something is off or if this struggle is your new normal. And I want you to know that I have heard every single word of those whispered prayers. Even before you realized the situation was serious, I was already moving my hands to protect what I have planted within you, because I am a God who guards my own. If you can feel this heavy burden finally beginning to lift off your shoulders and your spirit right now, I invite you to comment 333 as a bold declaration of your faith and an agreement with the work I am doing. You must understand that the intensity of the attack you have been facing is actually a sign of your value. The enemy does not waste his time or resources on those who pose no threat to his kingdom. He comes after the ones who are carrying a powerful light and a divine purpose that can change the world. You are not being targeted because you are weak. You are being targeted because you are a threat to darkness. Your body, though it feels tired and has been through so much pain, is still the sacred temple I chose to dwell in, and that is why my angels are guarding it with such fierce intensity. They are ensuring that your physical frame is preserved so that you can actually walk into the breakthrough that is now within your reach. Do not make the mistake of underestimating these words, because there is a very real spiritual battle happening over your health right now. The enemy knows that if he can break your physical body, he can try to silence the praise that comes from your lips, but I am the one who created you, and I have not signed off on your defeat. My spirit is still breathing life into you, which means your story is far from over. The angel I have stationed over your heart is working right now to shield you from the silent heartbreaks that you have endured. These are the wounds that do not bleed, but still cause deep internal pain, the moments where you had to smile and encourage everyone else while you were quietly aching inside. I saw every one of those moments, and I am healing those hidden places. The angel over your soul is carefully guarding you against the shame and the poison of the past that has tried to settle in your mind. Meanwhile, the angel holding your scroll is standing firm, refusing to let your divine assignment be rewritten by fear, sickness, or sorrow. I am bringing healing not just to your physical flesh, but to your very identity. For too long you have allowed your pain or your diagnosis to define who you are, but I am stripping those labels off of you today. You are not your fatigue, you are not your scars, and you are not your symptoms. You belong to me, and what I have claimed, I am also going to cleanse and restore. I know that your faith has felt thin lately, like a mustard seed that has been buried under too much dirt, but that is all I need to perform a miracle. You don't need to have perfect, unshakable strength. You just need one moment of real surrender where you tell me that you trust me again. Even if your body feels like it can't say it, let your spirit whisper it to me, and I will meet you in that place of honesty. The enemy has tried to convince you that your body is too broken and that it is far too late for things to change, but I am the creator of time itself, and I do not operate by earthly clocks. I don't need years to fix what was lost in a few months. I can speak a single word and the work is done. You may have seen others receive their healing and wondered why you were skipped over, but you have no idea the level of protection I have already provided for you in the unseen. There are things that didn't happen to you simply because I stepped in when you weren't looking. This season has not been a punishment or a delay, it has been a deep reparation. Because the future I have for you requires a new kind of strength. I am currently clearing out the toxins from your life, not just the physical ones in your body, but the toxins in your mind, your relationships, and your thought patterns. I am cleaning house because I intend to dwell even deeper within you, and when I fill a space, I fill it with vibrant life. Even when your hands are too weak to lift in worship, I hear your whispers. When you lie awake at night, unable to find rest, my spirit is hovering over you like a protective cloud. I am singing over you while you sleep and surrounding you with mercy when you can't see the path forward. You are not just going to recover from this. You are going to rise with a power you've never known before. I am renewing your bones, touching your vital organs, and commanding your blood to flow in perfect divine order. Every part of your physical being listens to my voice because I made it. And right now I am saying it is time for alignment and renewal. Do not let fear tell you that these are just empty words passing by. This is your hour to hear heaven's heartbeat for you. Your healing might come in a sudden burst of light, or it might unfold quietly like a sunrise, but I promise you that it is coming. You will know without a doubt that it was my hand that stepped in, not just medicine or coincidence. I am also opening doors of abundance that have been locked away from you. There is a specific focus in the heavens right now on unlocking wealth and freedom for those who have struggled for too long. Just as neuroscientists have discovered how certain brain triggers can activate a life of blessings, I am activating your spirit to receive the resources you need to fulfill your calling. Do not ignore the opportunities and the secrets of peace and provision that I am placing before you. I love you too much to stay silent while you are hurting, and I have already spoken on your behalf to the angels who are fighting the battles you cannot see. Soon you will feel that lightness returning, that hope rising, and a new energy awakening within you. On this 11th of January, you must realize that the healing I am pouring into you is not merely for your personal comfort, but for the magnificent calling I have placed on your life. Your purpose requires your full strength, and the world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can provide. I have watched as the enemy attempted to drain your physical energy and silence your voice, hoping your joy would dry up so you would stop walking your path. But I am intervening right now to restore you completely so you can step into your destiny without any weight holding you back. You were never designed to just survive from one day to the next. I created you to live fully, freely, and with great power. This restoration begins with your body becoming whole once again, and that is precisely why my angels are in deep conversation regarding your future. I have spoken, healing into the very atmosphere surrounding you, and it has already begun to take root in your physical being. Your cells are not just flesh and blood to me, they are my deliberate creation, each one holding my unique fingerprint. When I speak, every part of your biological makeup must listen and obey. I am saying to your body right now, be made whole, and I am commanding your mind to be perfectly still. I am ordering your nerves to come into divine alignment and telling your spirit to rest in my absolute peace. This is not a moment of wishful thinking or simple hope. This is the application of my divine authority over everything the enemy tried to break in your life. The second angel I have sent to you is currently focused on cleansing your spirit from the lingering residue of old pain. I see how trauma has tried to attach itself to your nervous system and how shame has attempted to echo through your memories. I am silencing those destructive voices right now and replacing your fear with the solid foundation of my truth. I am rewriting the lessons that pain tried to teach you, showing you that you are not damaged, unworthy, or forgotten by your Creator. You are not beyond the reach of my healing hand. If you know deep in your soul that I have spared you from dangers you didn't even realize were there, protecting you from accidents that almost happened, or giving you peace when fear should have won, I want you to comment 777 as your personal thank you to heaven. I am not on earth. Why mending your physical body, I am completely rebuilding your identity. For too many years, you have viewed yourself through a lens of weakness, but I see you as someone chosen, strong, and highly favored. Every battle you have endured has served to refine you, and even in the nights where I seemed silent, I was working behind the scenes to arrange miracles that would eventually speak louder than any explanation. This is the season where you will see my power manifest in your physical world. That chronic pain you thought would never leave is being touched by my spirit, and that strange heaviness in your chest is being removed. Even the hidden conditions that doctors have struggled to diagnose are known to me, and I am dissolving them at their very root. You may not feel every change instantly, but you will soon notice the weight lifting, your energy rebuilding, and a genuine joy returning to your daily life. My healing is not far off in the distance, it is standing right at your door. You have been praying for a sign, and I am telling you that this very moment and these words are the sign you requested. That sense of something shifting deep inside you, even if your surroundings haven't changed yet, is my spirit at work. I am asking you to stop trying to hold everything together by yourself, because you were never designed to carry such immense pressure alone. Cast your burdens onto me, including the stress and the fear, because I have already carried them all to the cross. I am still Jehovah Rapha, the God who heals you, and my nature has never changed. Even when you doubted me, I stayed close to you, moving the pieces of your life to bring purpose out of your pain. I am doing more than just fixing what is broken. I am performing a complete restoration of everything sickness tried to steal from you. I am giving you back your time, your energy, and the ability to sleep peacefully through the night. You will laugh again with a pure heart, and you will breathe deeply without the shadow of fear looming over you. I am not just visiting you for a brief moment. I am dwelling with you and covering you with my presence, so that no darkness can undo what I have declared. The third angel, who holds the scroll of your life, is now unrolling the next chapter, and it is marked by steady progress, healing, and new strength. The days of feeling stuck and stagnant are finally ending, and the doors you have been waiting on are about to open. You won't have to force these opportunities, because I have already prepared them specifically for who you are. This is also a time where hidden truths about provision are being revealed, much like the brain triggers that neuroscientists and even government reports have hinted at for attracting wealth and abundance. I am aligning your spirit with the frequency of heaven's resource so that you can fulfill your calling without lack. My child, you never gave up even when your faith was trembling, and that persistence matters deeply to me. You didn't fall out of my hands, you fell directly into them. Even when you walked through what felt like a wilderness and wondered if I was listening, I heard every sigh and every silent cry of your heart. I know the details of what is happening inside you better than anyone else does. The three angels are still by your side, guarding your heart, your soul, and your ultimate destiny. They see that you are being preserved for something much bigger than the current struggle you are facing. I am not helping you because you have earned it, or because you are perfect. I am healing you simply because I love you with an everlasting love. My love is your rescue from everything that has been draining your strength and trying to convince you that recovery is impossible. I gave you your body and your soul, and I have stepped in to defend them. Peace is returning to the places where chaos once lived, and the fog in your mind is beginning to lift. I see the courage it takes for you to face each morning when your body aches, and I respond to that kind of faith. I am reaching into the deepest parts of your being to deal with the roots of your pain, not just the symptoms, to give you lasting and permanent freedom. On this 11th of January, I want you to take a deep breath and realize that your identity is being completely transformed from a victim of circumstance into a living testimony of my grace. For far too long, you have allowed pain, fatigue, and the labels given to you by the world to define who you are. But today, those labels are being stripped away forever. You are not your diagnosis. You are not the trauma that has tried to anchor itself to your nervous system, and you are certainly not a burden to those around you. In the heavens, your name is synonymous with beloved, chosen, and favored, and I am fiercely committed to making sure your physical reality aligns with that truth. The struggle you have endured was not meant to destroy you. It was a setup for a level of healing that will shine so brightly that others will look at your life and find hope for their own. If you are truly ready to turn the page and begin this new chapter written by my hand, I want you to comment 1515 right now to declare that you are stepping into your season of restoration. There is a deeper work happening today that goes beyond the surface of your skin. I am reaching back into your history to break generational patterns and cycles of disease that have traveled through your bloodline for years. I am declaring that these chains of pain and struggle stop with you. They will not pass on to the next generation because you are covered by my Spirit. This healing is for your legacy as much as it is for your personal relief. You may have wondered why your process has felt so much harder and longer than others, but it is because the miracle I am building in you is substantial, and meant to shift your entire household. I am replacing every lie that said you'd never get better with my eternal promises of wholeness. No weapon formed against your health or your mind will prosper, because my word is the final authority over your life. As we move forward on this 11th of January, understand that I am not just fixing your body, I am restoring the years that the enemy tried to steal from you. I am giving you back your appetite for life, your ability to sleep without the intrusion of anxiety, and the pure laughter that you thought you had lost forever. You will run again, you will breathe without panic, and you will wake up in the morning feeling refreshed instead of defeated. I am also opening the floodgates of provision, revealing secrets of abundance that have been hidden away. Just as there are specific signals and patterns that can activate wealth-attracting pathways in the brain, I am aligning your spirit to attract the resources you need for your calling without the backbreaking toil you've grown used to. You do not have to figure out the how or the when right now. You simply need to rest in the fact that I am your healer in the waiting and your peace in the middle of every storm. The 3 angels I sent are still at their posts, watching over your heart, your soul, and the scroll of your destiny. The angel guarding your heart is softening the places that grew hard from disappointment and betrayal, making you light and joyful again. The angel over your soul is silencing the voices of shame and trauma, ensuring that your inner world is a place of safety and clarity. And the angel holding your scroll is turning a new page where your calling is fully intact and untouched by the delays of the past. You are not being punished, and you are not being skipped over. I am working in the quiet, in the stillness, and even in the tears you shed when you stop pretending to be strong. I do not need a perfect performance from you. I only need your honesty. You are closer to your freedom than you have ever been. I am rebuilding your courage and awakening the passions that the enemy tried to bury under layers of pain. I know you've walked through fire, but look at yourself. You did not burn, and the smell of smoke will not even linger on your life. I am the God who brings dry bones back to life, and I am the God who is currently knitting your future together with threads of hope and strength. Trust the process of this day, January 11th, and know that I will not leave my work in you halfway finished. What I have started, I will bring to a glorious completion. You are beloved, you are revived, and you are finally whole.